Hey, this is Mike from Mike's Do It Yourself. Today I want to show you how to drain your radiator on a 2012 Nissan Sentra. Now this is going to be the 6th generation, so this will be good for 2007 through 2012. And the first thing you want to do is make sure the engine is off and that the engine and the radiator are cool to the touch before you start doing any of this. And after that, the first step is to go ahead and open up your radiator cap. Okay, and to drain your radiator fluid, you want to go ahead and there is a drain valve at the very bottom of the radiator. You can see it here. You want to put some kind of drip pan or some kind of pan underneath to catch all the fluid. And then you'll want to go ahead and just turn the drain plug counterclockwise until it starts draining out. There we go. Should all drain out pretty quickly. And then what you can also do is disconnect your reservoir and make that go to the drain pan also. Take it from out of here, You want to be really careful so you don't crack it. Most of this is plastic, so be very careful. I'm going to drain the reservoir this way. Just loosen the cap off the reservoir and it all should drain out. And let's the air in. Okay, and then we'll get a hose. We'll go ahead and clean out the reservoir and we'll run the hose through the radiator. This looks really good too. It doesn't look rusty or dirty at all. And there are testers you can buy just to test how well your cooling is doing as far as protecting you for temperature wise. Okay, let's keep coming out pretty clean. Really clear there. This is the reservoir. Okay, once your radiator fully drains out and you've emptied out your reservoir, there is a drain plug to the back of your engine. So if you jack up the passenger front side, you'll be able to get to it better. And when you go underneath the vehicle, the drain plug is going to be right back here. Let me see if I can show you that. And once you get access to behind your engine, whether it's from top or down below, the bolt you see right here is the one you want to loosen. It would be this bolt. right there. Okay, you'll need a 14mm socket. Engine drain bolt loose. Make sure you have your catch pan ready. All right, once you get the engine drain plug tightened and you get the radiator plug tightened, closed and tightened, you can go ahead and hook your reservoir hose back up. And it's time to go ahead and lower the jack from whatever side you had to take care of your engine drain plug. Okay, and once you lower your vehicle, you can go ahead and fill your radiator back up. And you want to fill that all the way up. Now what I'm using is the Nissan, the 50/50 pre-diluted coolant. And there's also another one that I'm using. It's similar, it's going to be pretty much the exact same. It's Asen, and it's 50/50, and it's blue also. So these will both work in the Nissan for the 2007 to 2012 model. Now the radiator took about 1.25 gallons to fill up, and you want to fill it up just to that bottom metal edge. And then you can fill up your reservoir. I filled it up just a little bit over minimum, if you can see that. And then you can do this a couple of different ways. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this open. Well, actually, I'll leave both of these open. And we'll go ahead and run the engine and wait for the fluid to go down. That way we know the thermostat has opened up, and then we'll top it off. Now when you start your engine, you want to turn your heat to the maximum setting. So I got it on high, got it all the way to heat. AC's off. And what you can do to heat it up a little faster, run it up to about 2500 for about 10 seconds. And then stop and let it off. We'll do that a few times, and that way that'll get your engine warmed up and it'll get that thermostat opened up. You can see that fluid is starting to go down a little bit. Hasn't gone down all the way, so it probably hasn't opened yet. So we'll keep warming it up, and it should go down even more. So you'll want to rev it up about 10 seconds at a time, 2500 RPM, and that way it'll get your engine warmed up and it'll get that thermostat opened up. So you can see we're starting to see an indication on warming up the engine for the thermostat there. Now you want to squeeze the top radiator hose, and that'll help get the air bubbles out. Now it is feeling really hot for that top hose, so we can assume that the thermostat's opened up already. You can see the fluid is going down a little. So once we close up the radiator cap and the lid for the reservoir, we'll go ahead and do the same thing. Squeeze the top hose, make sure the air bubbles are out, and then after this cools off, open the radiator cap and then refill it to where it should be. Okay, I topped off the fluid level. I went ahead and capped it. The reservoir level sitting above minimum. And we'll let that run for about 5 or 10 minutes. And then we'll let it completely cool off and check the level after that. And then I would recommend, if you have a mirror, just to check that engine drain plug. Make sure you got that tight enough. That way there's no leakage back there. And also, while it's running, go ahead and squeeze the top radiator hose, and that'll help get rid of the air bubbles. Now this can be very hot, so be careful. And then this time too, if you have any soft or mushy hoses, now's a good time to replace them. Well, before you do the refilling of your radiator fluid. And then always make sure your radiator and your engine are cooled off before you open up your radiator cap to refill it. Well, I hope this has been helpful. This has been Mike from Mike's Do It Yourself. Good luck on your next home or automotive project, and thanks for watching.